with you. Now, here we go. Hello again, everyone. Steve Beverly here with you live from Sacred Heart of Jesus Gym. And tonight it's going to be a tremendous matchup between two schools that they've got a great rivalry between Sacred Heart as well as Fayette Academy. Sacred Heart is coming in at 7-1 on the season, and Fayette is at 10-2. They're 1-0 in the conference. This is going to be the conference opener for Sacred Heart after having a game postponed this past Friday night. But both these teams have been out here working out and attempting to get a lot of their pre-contest jitters out of the way, and I think it's going to be a tremendous contest for you to watch tonight. Let me give you some of the details on this tonight, some names that you're going to be looking for. Of course, a lot of these guys for Sacred Heart are also guys I'm accustomed to from when they played football during the season, so they're multi-sport players. But you're going to be looking at Fayette Academy. We're going to have the starting lineups in just a few moments. Fayette Academy is going to be starting John Landon Knopf. He's one who can just hit from outside and inside. Hughes Paddock, Corbin Bowling. He's one who he does a lot with and without the basketball. Ryan Eubanks, he's another name we're going to be calling a lot tonight. He's in the starting lineup, as well as Miles Dawkins. And so that's going to be your starters. Don't yet have the starters for Sacred Heart, but we'll have those for you as they are introduced on the court momentarily. But I hope all of you are going to enjoy tonight's game. I think it has a lot of particularly importance in the conference race between these two teams, regional matchups such as this. And I think that you've seen them in the past, and they've had tremendously competitive games. So I think this is going to be one that all of you are going to enjoy. Let's look down on the floor and see how everything is going with these guys. As you see that the start of this is about 4 minutes and 20 seconds away. And you got really, and you're looking at the size of this, of both of these teams, and it looks as though Sacred Heart may have at least a bit of a size advantage in this one. But these guys from Fayette Academy, they have a lot of tremendous talent. It's going to be a smaller backcourt for Sacred Heart, but they did a tremendous job in the games prior to Christmas. And as we mentioned, coming in at 7-1 on the season, and Fayette Academy at 10-2. And we're glad to be with you tonight from Worthy Road Studios, and our executive producer, Paul Schultze, bringing you all of the action. And there's high school action all over the area tonight. And, of course, for the finest in sports production, other video production, live events all throughout West Tennessee. You cannot beat Worthy Road Studios. They will be there and do you a first-class professional job, and I'm delighted to be a part of that team. And we'll mention to some of you who may also watch on Worthy Road Studios, who may also watch Union University basketball, the game that was postponed last weekend it was a women's game against Auburn Montgomery, will be made up this Saturday. It'll be at 5 o'clock. It's an unusual tip-off time. The reason being is that Union has a volleyball camp that has long since been booked in the gym. And so the earliest that they could conveniently get the gym on Saturday is 5 o'clock. So we will be coming your way on Union's UU Athletics site, as well as ePlusTV6 and ePlusTV6.com. That'll be coming your way this weekend on Saturday with the airtime 4:45. So we hope all of you will be joining us for that. But tonight, sit back and enjoy here. It's a coolish evening outside as we entered the arena here at David Hunt Court. It looked as though it was about 43 degrees outside, warmed up to about 54 today, and so we didn't have that blistering cold weather that we have had over the last week. But it's a very pleasant evening inside here, and we've got a few more fans that are trickling in, and I think it's going to be an excellent matchup between these two. And you can see a couple of the coaches that are getting in to all of the action on this. The Knights are over, getting their final instructions for tonight's game. Shoot-around is continuing for the Vikings. And again, the Vikings, the key thing for them is they want to stay at least in a tie atop the region race, winning their first so far and only regional matchup. And Sacred Heart would love to be able to knock them off and go 1-0 themselves in the region. A lot of the names you're going to be hearing tonight for Sacred Heart: Xander Taylor, Trey Truel, Bren McKenzie, Malachi Chavis, A.J. Mormon, Bryson Vance, Andre Bell, Justin Gaines, Jake Kale, Davion Green, Oman Hood, Bryce Vance, and DJ Johnson. And we are less than a minute away from tip-off, and the Knights cheerleaders are coming onto the floor. And we sincerely hope that wherever you and yours are watching tonight, that it is a very pleasant one. Last night was an extraordinarily pleasant night for me. I'll explain why after you hear the opening announcements.
Number 12, Corbin Bowling. Number 24, Ryan Eubanks. And number 35, Miles Dawkins. And now the starting lineup for your Sacred Heart Knights. At guard, senior number 0, Xander Taylor. At forward, senior number 2, Trey Truel. At guard, sophomore number 5, A.J. Mormon. At guard, sophomore number 12, Andre Bell. And at forward, senior number 14, Jake Kale.
And those are your starters for the Knights and for the Vikings. And so you're going to be seeing 3 seniors and 2 sophomores for Sacred Heart tonight. It's also a very experienced Fayette Academy squad, and you're going to be looking for a lot of toughness on the inside with this big 6'4" Ryan Eubanks. So we'll see how they devote everything to the inside of the game, or whether they'll be shooting more from outside. And we're about set to go with this one tonight. It's going to be Eubanks without question, and he'll be tipping off against Trey Truel, and we're just about set to go with tonight's contest. And let the games begin, and here we go. Knights with it. They're going to work the perimeter to start with. Going for the three. Off the mark. And the rebound is off the fingertips of Hughes Paddock. So give it back to Sacred Heart. And to toss it in is going to be Truel. On the inside, and that was Eubanks getting all over that. And that's going to be a very tough thing to try to challenge him on the inside because they don't have anybody who can really match up with him. About the tallest guy they've got out on the floor is about 6 foot. So they're giving away about 4 inches to Eubanks, and he could really take control of this game. Fall-away jumper is not there for 3, and they're going to scramble for the rebound, and it is picked back up by Paddock. And he goes on the inside and trying to get it off the fingertips, and here they go in transition. Going for a big bomb, and the 3 is there for Xander Taylor. Taylor gives Sacred Heart the first advantage in the game. Slowing the tempo down a bit, but particularly want to get it inside to Eubanks, and it was tipped away by Jake Cale. Cale is giving away about 5 inches to Eubanks, but he was very quick on the inside. As we say, a much smaller lineup for Sacred Heart. And on the inside, Eubanks gets the turnaround, and it just lips out. And tries the reverse layup, not there. And here's transition once again. Very quickly in the corner, and the screen's open for the 3. And going inside, knocked away by Eubanks on the layup attempt by Truel. And again, excellent job of defense by A.J. Mormon. For those of you who don't watch high school sports that regularly, there is no shot clock in high school basketball. You play the 8-minute quarters, but no shot clock as it is in college ball. And hemmed up on the inside against Paddock. And once again, that's the 3rd turnover of the game. And going for the big bomb from the corner, and the 3 is off the mark for Bell. And picking it up is Paddock. Again, only 1 basket in the game so far, and that was Xander Taylor from outside. And they go to Eubanks, and it went off of his shoulder. And here you go again, 4 turnovers for Fayette Academy. And trying to take it all the way home, and the bank is there for Andre Bell. Sacred Heart out to a 5-0 lead. And to get the backcourt to catch up for Fayette. Knocked away. They've got quick hands in this lineup. That 3, iron is unkind, but the offensive rebound is there, and the jumper is short. And the rebound to Truel. And he's going to try to see, and instead he kicks it on the outside. They're really looking for the open man, and the 3 is there for A.J. Mormon, and it's 8-0, and timeout is called. Your score, Sacred Heart 8, Fayette Academy, 0.
Hey, if you're looking for something different, come to Lou's Crawfish for curbside pickup. Hey, if you're looking for something different, come to Lou's Crawfish for curbside pickup. Hey, if you're looking for something different, come to Lou's Crawfish for curbside pickup.
We played 3 minutes, and it has been all Sacred Heart, and they're going to a little bit of a half-court trap and knocked away beautifully by Justin Gaines, who's into the game for the Knights. So tough inside pressure on the part of the Knights, and they have been doing it all defensively. And here's another steal. 5 turnovers so far. Knocked away, and the foul is going to be charged to Hughes Paddock. Underneath to toss it in is going to be Justin Gaines. Cale's going to go right, trying to get open on a wing. And let's see how they work their pattern offense here. Open for the three again, and the jumper is there for Truhl. That was Taylor instead of Truhl, pardon me. And you're looking at, they're really going all three-pointers, and there you go. That is 6 turnovers, and it's just completely disorganized on the part of the Vikings right now. And this is a team coming in with a 10-2 record. So they have been throttled here on the Knights' court so far. And let's see how they play it. They've been going from outside, and it's Taylor again, and it's just off the iron. And they'll give it to Fayette Academy. Vikings so far 0 for 5 from the floor, and they have been rattled somewhat by this all-court pressure on the part of Sacred Heart. Finally getting across midcourt is Jay Brady Orr. There's Eubanks. Finally gets the bank shot home, and that's the first score with 4:16 to go in the first quarter. And it's Taylor again for the three. Taylor has 9 of the 14 points for the Knights. 3 3-pointers so far. And breaking that pressure, but that has really given a problem so far in this first half. What a block on the other side by Xander Taylor, swatting away Jay Brady Orr's attempt. He had a good look at the three, and Taylor was there like lightning and knocked it away. Now watch him again. They go for the jumper, and it's short once again, and scrambling, and they had 2 guys there to come up with the offensive rebound, and stolen away. Turnovers have been just killing the Vikings so far. Taylor again. No, too much on it, but they get the offensive board. And they kick it back outside for another 3, and it's off the mark. And give it back to Sacred Heart. 3:21 to go, and they have dominated it 14-2 so far. Checking out of the game right now is Andre Bell. And coming in is Malachi Chavis. Been getting a lot of fresh guys into the lineup so far. And again, they've been working for these perimeter shots and have been doing relatively well. 4 3-pointers so far. Floater goes up, and the foul. That's only the second foul of this first half. And that one is charged to Corbin Bowling. At the line for 2 is A.J. Mormon. He's got a 3-pointer so far in the game. Let's see how the sophomore handles it. He has more of a left-handed crook to his free throw style. And A.J. connects on both of them to make it a 16-2 lead. And the Vikings have just not been able to handle this intense man-to-man pressure. They go inside, and the pass was astray. They tried to get it open to Eubanks, and it went off the end of the backboard, and so that is 8 turnovers. And that's just giving more and more confidence to this Knights team. Quick rotations you're seeing, and the jumper. Iron was unkind to Mormon. And it's Knopf bringing it down. Good fake. And a quick layup for Corbin Bowling. From the corner, the 3 just caroms off, and the rebound to Matthew Crook. As Bowling again in the corner. Again, they've just got to get a rhythm and a tempo and get some confidence, and they have not been able to get onto any kind of a scoring run. It was almost a charging, didn't called, and the bank shot on the offensive board was not there. Justin Gaines coming down with a rebound. just quick moves to try to get screens for these three-point opportunities. And they take another one just off to the right. And the foul. That's your third team foul. They'll play it underneath. Getting down under 2 minutes here in the first quarter. Sacred Heart is dominant. That's going to be, well, it was kicked. They're going to call it over and back. And there's not going to be a discussion about it. I don't think. It did appear that it was kicked by the Vikings, but they're going to call it an over and back violation. So turnover, Sacred Heart. And the foul. That's the first one of the game for Sacred Heart, and that's on Malachi Chavis. So they'll play it underneath. And again, going to the corner, but they're double teaming the basketball so well. Open for the three. No, it was just iron unkind again for Knopf. And the jumper. Quick release on that one. Same result. Slowing it down is Knopf. Some fans here wanted to see double dribbling called. Didn't get it. And traveling. Taking a step was Crook before he moved in for the dribble. He was trying to get some dribble penetration, and he took that one step. And referee Mona Miller calls the turnover. Going back to the outside. Final minute of the first quarter. And on the inside, high bank shot is not there. Eubanks comes down with a rebound. That's his first board of the game. And they slow the tempo down once again. Inside to Eubanks, and again, he was bothered by Truhl. He has not been able to exercise that height advantage. Fallaway is not there, and the rebound comes off again to Crook. And traveling called. He was trying to fake, but unfortunately, Jay Brady managed to take a step before he did that, and so it's going to be Sacred Heart ball, and it's going to be interesting to see if they try to play it for one shot or the way they've been playing with this quick motion offense. Would they try to get it and then hopefully get back down for another opportunity? It looks like they may be playing for the final shot of the quarter, unless they get an absolute good look. They're going right ahead. Short. The follow is not there. Overshot, but that is the second one, and Eubanks denies him completely. They got to hurry. Taking it down, and it's short, and the foul. And it's an offensive foul that will be charged to Corbin Bowling. So just a hair under 3 seconds. Somebody's just going to have to fire one down the floor. And they're coming up to try to deny that. Picking up one from the midcourt. Oh! That was one of those that you saw the angle on it, and it looked like it was going to be there, but not quite. But it's a totally dominant first quarter for Sacred Heart as they lead 16-4 over Fayette Academy. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this timeout.
Hello, folks. This is Gary Deaton, right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installation, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
Are you looking for an academically rich and nurturing environment that teaches Christian values?
The quarter was frankly 8 turnovers by Fayette Academy. And 4 of those turnovers led to 3-point baskets. Xander Taylor, your game's leading scorer, with 9. A.J. Mormon with 5. Ryan Eubanks has not been able to exercise his height advantage. He's got about 4 inches on the tallest player on the floor for Sacred Heart, but he only managed a single basket in the first quarter. Alternate possession goes to the Vikings as we open quarter number 2, and it's another steal. Justin Gaines gains control. No pun intended. From the corner, the 3 is there. A.J. Mormon with his second 3, and he has 8 in the contest. Taylor with 9. They have 17 of the 19 points, and that one was just put up too easy and blocked away, but the steal and getting it off of the turnover is John Landon Knopf, and it is a 19-6 game. Glad to have you aboard tonight, and the foul. Jay Brady Orr commits his second, and it's the 15th foul. In and out. A.J. Mormon trying to get himself into double figures in this game, but if he can get this one, he'll match up with Taylor with 9. Coming in with 10 wins and 12 opportunities, I know that this Viking team, frankly, was thinking this was going to be much more of an even matchup than what we've seen so far. Some fans are calling for palming. This is Knopp. And again, they have not been able to use Eubanks and his height as an advantage. And that's got to be a key to this game. You got a guy coming out here about 6'4", 6'5". You've got to be able to make him, particularly against a much smaller team. But this Sacred Heart Ball Club is just so much quicker, particularly on defense. They have got way out on a wing. Eubanks, and he tries to dish it inside. Jay Brady's trying to make it work over on the right-hand side. Oh, almost one step too many, and the short shot is picked up on the offensive board by Eubanks, and he's trying to get some, and they're going to call traveling on that one. Change the pivot foot for Eubanks, and that is turnover number 10 for Fayette Academy. Only 2 for Sacred Heart in this game. And again, you've seen an edge on the offensive rebounds on the part of this Sacred Heart team. Another 3 opportunity, and it is there for A.J. Mormon. He's your first guy in double figures with 12. Vikings also have not been able to get to the free throw line so far, and that's one thing you have to exploit when you got a big guy like Eubanks. Down the corner, good screen, and the 3 is off to the right. Jay Brady had a good look, and it just went completely off to the right. And here come the Knights, again trying to extend this dominating lead. Long 3 just does not quite collide, and it goes to Knopp for the rebound. Knopp was trying to take it all the way. Eubanks will take a 3, but he said dishes it off. And they got it. The 3 is there. And so Miles Dawkins comes up with his first long-distance shot of the game. And 14 points is about the smallest the deficit has been in some time. Iron was unkind for Andre Bell. So let's see if Fayette Academy can go on a bit of a run. 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Big 3 is there. Now they're beginning to feel the range a bit. That's another one for Miles Dawkins, and that goes off of the mistake at the other end, trying the answer shot, and it is indeed there. Andre Bell. And so far in this game, Sacred Heart, 7 of their baskets have been 3-pointers, and there's yet another answer shot. Miles Dawkins has got a hot hand. It's an 11-point margin, and that is the first time that I've seen tonight a rhythm in the game for Fayette Academy. Dishing out for about a 25-footer, and it is there for Xander Taylor. Well, they're going to live or die by the three, and so far they've been living quite well. Back to a 14-point margin, and a foul is called before the pass went inside to Eubanks, who had a step on Trey Truel. And you got substitutions set to come in for the Knights. Truel has committed his first, but only 2 team fouls in the game so far for the Knights. And again, it's Dawkins for the three. He is red hot. 4 of them in a row, 12 points for Miles Dawkins. So they have cut the lead back to 11 again. There is life in those Vikings. And again, they're going to work it around the perimeter. There again, Fayette Academy playing man-to-man. And the jumper in between 2 defenders goes off right. The rebound to Eubanks, but Eubanks lost control of it. Pass was there, and nobody was cutting toward it. So that's turnover number 11 for Fayette Academy. That's the key thing, is when you start making a rally like that, it is very, very tough when you turn the ball away. And the jumper going right, and the rebound comes off to J. Brady Orr. When you have a guard like him that can contribute several rebounds a game, that's just a bonus. They go to the corner and open for the three. Yes! It is there for Matthew Crook. And timeout called by the Vikings. They want to talk this one over because it's down to an 8-point margin. Your score, Sacred Heart 29, Fayette Academy 21. Back after this message.
Are you looking for an academically rich and nurturing environment that teaches Christian values to your children? St. Mary's has an accredited curriculum for kindergarten through 8th grade with extracurricular activities, fine arts, and athletics. We also offer pre-K classes for 2, 3, and 4-year-olds. St. Mary's provides students a well-rounded experience in a loving environment, and children of all faiths are welcome. If you want to learn more about why families have been choosing St. Mary's since 1878, then call us or visit our website.
Knights are back on the floor after taking that time out because their lead that at one time was 18 points has been cut to 8 at 29-21. And trying to jump from outside. That is a three. He was almost on top of the line, but Xander Taylor with 15 points, and all of them have been from behind the arc. We have had a shootout at the OK Corral of three-pointers. Yet another turnover for Fayette Academy. From the corner, the three is short, and Eubanks high for the rebound and almost stolen away. It's going to go back to the Vikings. Eubanks with 3 rebounds in the contest now. They got to get him higher up on the boards. The problem that you have, though, is some of these outside shots that Sacred Heart is. And here you go. It's going to be a 2-on-1 situation. They go down the corner, and down the stretch he goes, and it doesn't fall, but the follow shot is there for Trey Truel. So a 5-0 run now after the timeout. That's exactly what you want to see if you're a fan of the Knights and you're a coach. On the inside, tried to get it into Eubanks. Need to get it up a bit higher. It was tipped out of bounds by Jake Cale. Getting down under the final 2 minutes of this first half of play that has been, for the most part, totally dominated by the Knights. Going for the quick release three, and it's off the mark. And here you go. This is going to be another transition basket. Going all the way, and down the stretch he goes, and the follow shot is there after the miss. Taylor connects with his first conventional basket. And he'll go to the line for, as we call it, the hard way three-pointer. Hughes Paddock commits his second foul, 16 foul. They'll be in the bonus if the seventh foul is committed. So Xander Taylor has had himself some kind of first half with 18 points. A.J. Mormon with 12. Between the two of them, they've outscored Fayette Academy 30-21. Getting ready to toss it in, 96 seconds remaining in the half. Taylor, it's not this all hemmed up. Low center of gravity for Cole Kirkland, who's in the game now. Trying to shake off the defender, long three. I'm going to tell you what, Miles Dawkins, they needed him in the first quarter, but he's got 15, and all of his have come from behind the arc. He, frankly, has single-handedly brought them back into this contest and decking it hard. Xander Taylor, 21 points in the first half. Tipped away. Here you go. It's going to be another 3-on-2 race. Down the stretch he goes, and he crammed the stuff just too hard. And here goes another steal. And what a move on the inside. Fall-away floater is there for Justin Gaines for his first basket. I tell you, the action has become so furious, and see, you had an 8-point lead that is now back out to 18. On the inside, Eubanks gets it. That's only his 4th point of the game. But they need everything they can get from him. 42-26, playing for the final shot of the half. Ever since it was down to an 8-point margin at 29-21, the jumper is there for Truel right at the horn. It is a 44-26 game at halftime. Let me run through a few totals here for you because they're rather interesting, but what I was pointing out, it was 29-21. They closed it down to 8, and it is a 15-5 run to end the first half. Let me run down your scoring for you. Xander Taylor, look at this guy. He has got 6 3-pointers and picked up another conventional basket on a follow-up to a missed shot and one from the free throw line. 21 points in the first half. And then A.J. Mormon, he's contributed 3 threes himself and 3 free throws to give him 12. Andre Bell with 5 and Trey Truel with 4. What a first half they have had. For Fayette Academy, it just seemed as though they were in the wilderness somewhere until Miles Dawkins came into the game. Miles Dawkins came in and connected on 5 3-pointers in 6 attempts, and you wondered where he was in the first quarter. And he has been primarily the offense for Fayette Academy. Ryan Eubanks with 4 points and 3 rebounds. But it's been a tough night so far for the Vikings, and that timeout that was called by Sacred Heart really re-energized the Knights, and they lead it 44-26 at halftime. And a big key has been 14 turnovers on the part of Fayette Academy that has led to 25 points. That is huge because 25 of the 44 points have been off of mistakes from Fayette Academy. Well, let's take some time out for a few commercial messages, and then we'll be back to preview the second half right after you take a look at this.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Buying a car is all about you. In person, over the phone, or online, we make it simple and easy. Our place is yours, no matter where you live. LonnieCobbFord.com or Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
Welcome to Mann's Wrecker Service. We offer a wide array of services. We are dedicated towing professionals, experienced in both simple and complicated towing services. We offer light and heavy-duty off-road recovery, auto and heavy-duty towing, load shift and load transfer capabilities, and much more. We are equipped to handle any situation, no matter how big or how small. Call today at 731-424-2173. 27 years ago, a vision became a reality and Snookum Steakhouse officially opened. We cut our steaks in-house and our ribeyes are full of flavor. The steak trimmings are used to make our certified Angus beef steak burgers, so when you order at Snookum's, you are getting high quality. Enjoy our salad bar and mini dessert. Also try our famous family recipe, the Pink Lush Fruit Salad. Come visit Snookum Steakhouse in Henderson, Tennessee. We are open evenings Tuesday through Saturday but closed Sunday and Monday. Snookum Steakhouse, come taste the difference.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's Body Shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
Men, there's a new salon in Jackson, Race Clips, on South Highland, next door to Roland Safety and Supply. Whether it's a quick trim or a new look, Race Clips stylists can transform you to perfection. At Race Clips, you'll find all the products to keep you looking your best. Active duty military, veterans, and law enforcement officers receive a discount. Open Monday through Friday from 9 to 6, 9 to 3 on Saturday. Race Clips on South Highland, Jackson. Go to race-clips.com.
Back we are at David Hunt Court, where it has been a dominant performance for Sacred Heart, 44-26. Sacred Heart going for the 8th win in 9 contests. And I'll give you another breakdown on just comparing notes here. 15 of 29 from the floor, 53% shooting for Sacred Heart. But the three-point shooting has just been unbelievable on their part. They missed some, but, I mean, my goodness. And I'm doing a quick count as I'm talking to you right here. So far in the game, 10 three-pointers in 19 attempts for 53%. I can tell you that Dave Niven would take that anytime for Union University to be shooting from behind the arc. Fayette Academy, 10 of 33. Now, it's been tough because they haven't been able to exploit Ryan Eubanks' height advantage on the inside. It's just been very hard because they've been double-teaming him on the inside. But that's a 33% percentage here in the first half of play. And a big key, as we say, 14 turnovers leading to 25 points off those turnovers for Sacred Heart. And it's been a tough one all the way across. As far as fouls are concerned, you don't have anybody who's in serious foul trouble as far as 3, but what you have is Hughes Paddock, Corbin Bowling, Jay Brady Orr, each with 2 fouls for Fayette Academy. And we'll be watching that in the second half. Trey Truel and Malachi Chavis. That was another thing. The game was extremely smooth as far as Sacred Heart about avoiding personal fouls. They only committed 2 in that first half. And so it is dominant, 44-26. Teams are still in the locker room as they await their return. The big tail of it, though, was that 16-4 advantage in the first quarter. And you had some ebb and flow with this, and then you had a run in which Fayette Academy outscored Sacred Heart 17-13 to close that gap to 29-21. The lead had been up to 18, but they couldn't hold on to it because then here comes Sacred Heart on another 15-5 run of their own, and that's where we are with 44-26 at halftime. And a big key is, again, seeing here in the second half, is Fayette Academy going to be able to do anything to get Miles Dawkins continued to be open? I mean, he may end up with 25 to 30 points tonight And the key is they're going to have some help on the inside game, because that's just they're not getting any kind of scores heavily from the inside. They've decided to live or die by the 3, and it's just not going anywhere. So we're about 2.5 minutes away. Let's take a 2-minute break, and then we'll come back with your second half of play. So stay with us, everybody.
At Lonnie Cobb Ford, we now give you a warranty for life on the engine and transmission. That's right, a warranty for life at no cost to you. Unlimited time, unlimited mileage, but it's only at Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Football looks fun. I bet I would have been great at it. The first football playing Deer, they would have made a movie about me and everything. Probably get Kurt Russell to play me.
Hey, if you're looking for something different, come to Lou's Crawfish for curbside pickup. Hey, if you're looking for something different, come to Lou's Crawfish for curbside pickup. Hey, if you're looking for something different, come to Lou's Crawfish for curbside pickup.
Hello, folks. This is Gary Deaton, right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installations, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
About 40 seconds away from the start of the second half, and here you go. It is a tremendous, tremendous first half that these Sacred Heart Knights have been able to put on the board, going up 44-26. So we're going to talk very briefly with the lady who runs the show around here. How are you tonight? Let's see. We got to get your mic up.
There we go.
Live,
now I sound live.
Live television, and we have to get your mic up on around here.
That's right.
Bring us up to date on what's
Sure.
going on at Sacred Heart.
Oh, my goodness. Well, first and foremost, thank you for being here.
My
It is such an
pleasure.
honor to have you
Well, it's
call
an
in our game
honor
and to
for me
hear
to be
your
here.
voice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think you've sprinkled your magic touch here tonight. So.
I think your team has been able to sprinkle that greatly.
Oh, well, thank you. We actually have our biggest fundraiser gala coming up. I know you didn't prep me for a plug for that.
But go ahead and do that.
February 5th is our school fundraiser. It's our largest fundraiser. It helps us fund our operating needs. February 5th, there are a few tickets and tables still available, so go online, call the schools, and get your tickets and help sell those tables. So right now we're also getting ready for our plays. I know you need to start calling the game.
That's
and
all right.
Nobody
Keep going.
wants to hear me talk
Oh,
about
keep
Sacred
going.
Heart while we got this basketball game going.
Nah, this is great. Just keep going on and tell us about the
So
other
we got,
activity.
yep, sure. We got a play coming up in March. It's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, but it's not your traditional one. You know, like Wicked is a spin-off of Wizard of Oz.
Exactly.
This is a spin-off of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So it's very, very interesting. It's going to be great Broadway-level production.
Man, that is going to be
It's not
exciting.
your typical Disney, feel-good one, but it's going to be a huge comedy. It's a Broadway comedy for sure. So, you know, I was talking to some of our alumni who are here in the stands. A lot of our students are here on Christmas break. And many of them have graced the court from former teams of our basketball team, and they said, all right, Dr. Cahill, how does this team compare to us? How does this team compare to us? I said, well, and you know, you got to tell everybody. And honestly, we've had students that have had a lot more individual talent, and they're all playing in different colleges, different places. But this group of young men have played together as a team. And I said, that's the difference. Y'all never could figure out how to play together as a team. This group has. And I said, they're unselfish. They help each other. They go around the horn. They're patient with the ball. And just like Trey pulling up for that three, I think we've been raining threes tonight. But that's because everybody's willing to chip in and give the ball to somebody else.
That's the key thing. You talk about raining threes in here. It's like a thunderstorm the way it has been here tonight. But they've been outstanding in watching this. Well, I know you're extraordinarily proud about so many of the things community-wise that the school is contributing, and such as the arts and the other things, the fundraiser that you have upcoming. And we want to wish you just extraordinarily great success as you continue on.
Thank you so much, and we wish everybody out there to stay safe, and thank you for all of your encouragement and support, and thank you again so much for being here.
My pleasure. I
so
hope this
blessed
isn't
to have
the
your
last
voice.
time.
No, absolutely. Come back anytime. You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Ann Cale. The person who, as I say, she's the boss around here, but she is one who, I'm telling you, she's the chief cheerleader for this place. Sacred Heart of Jesus High School, and it is a fantastic place. And the three is there for Corbin Bowling. Still a 17-point lead here, 49-32. And again, this team is very, very patient, and as Ann was talking about just then, and the left-hand layup is there as they work the magic on the inside to Truhl. And here again, going to that full court pressure and the foul, and so they're going to charge. Let's see how they're going to do it. It looks as though they're going to charge that one on the drive in to A.J. Mormon. That's only the first team foul of this half. And we're about 2 minutes and 20 seconds into it. And I really do appreciate Dr. Cale taking her time to talk about the many good things that are happening at Sacred Heart here on McClellan Drive. And there you go. That's what I talk about, trying to exploit the inside with Ryan Eubanks. He's got 6 now. And, we got somebody down over there, and it's an ankle. In and out. And they're going. Let's see who that is. Xander Taylor. Oh my goodness, they can ill afford to have any problem. He looks like he's shaking it off, but they're going to get Malachi Chavis into the game. I could tell when he went down that ankle was not in a happy position, and it looks like he's going to just see if he can walk it off. So they continue with Chavis in the game, and you know, injuries are part of the game. You just have to deal with that. That's turnover number 4 for the Knights. And that one was short for Bowling. But they pick up an offensive board, and there's Hawkins, the guy who had the hot three-point hand in the first half. Nice fake and a follow by John Landon Knopp. A 15-point game. Knights, they played great team basketball so far this evening. And again, just the tremendous rotation you see in this offense, particularly around the perimeter. Jumper off to the right, and it is Eubanks commanding the rebound. That is his 5th. They just got to get him on the inside. He's open. Yes. Eubanks now with 8, finally beginning to feel a rhythm himself, and timeout is called by Sacred Heart after Eubanks getting a couple of baskets, and so it's 51-38, Knights on top of the Vikings. Back with more after this break.
Are you looking for an academically rich and nurturing environment that teaches Christian values to your children? St. Mary's has an accredited curriculum for kindergarten through 8th grade with extracurricular activities, fine arts, and athletics. We also offer pre-K classes for 2, 3, and 4-year-olds. St. Mary's provides students a well-rounded experience in a loving environment, and children of all faiths are welcome. If you want to learn more about why families have been choosing St. Mary's since 1878, then call us or visit our website.
They've been attending to Xander Taylor over on the training table on the far left-hand side of the court. And he went down about 2 possessions ago underneath the goal, and that ankle was really favoring him. And they're working on it. He was trying to walk it off. And it may be they might try to just hold him out. He had an amazing 21 points in the first half and has 24 now, but they may hold him out as long as the Knights continue this commanding lead. And there's your foul. As they tried to get it away, double teaming it, that's going to be on Hughes Paddock. That is his third. Each team with one team foul in this second half. We're about halfway through the third quarter. Turnaround jumper right there. Very smooth one for Justin Gaines, who has 4. Bowling trying to hang on to it. He's got that low center of gravity as he dribbles. And trying to drive all the way through, and he was bothered. Knopf was, but the foul on the backside. Mona Miller going over to signal who it is against. It's on Justin Gaines. That's his first, and at the line will be John Landon Knopf. As he's known to some folks that we hear in the stands, he's JL. Missed them both. But they get the offensive board. Paddock is there. He's staying in the game with those 3 fouls. They've got to have his offensive production. And it is Hawkins, short. But he gets the rebound. Instead of taking himself, they went back outside to Bowling. He probably would have been better versed of taking that. That's going to be an offensive foul. Yep, leading with the elbow, and that's 4 on Paddock. He is in deep trouble. So they will check in Matthew Crook. Paddock had an opening, but in trying to develop the fake, he led with his right elbow, and they're going to catch you every time on that. Sacred Heart working back to try to maintain this double-digit margin. The 3 from the corner is there. Jake Cale for 3. 56-38. This is a team that, and traveling is called. Apparently, they said Dawkins took 1 step too many as he tried to advance the ball. 16th turnover on the part of Fayette Academy. That is their first one in the second half. So they've been doing a better job of protecting the basketball. Malachi is going to try to see if he can go inside with it. Instead, he dishes it back out. That is going to be a 3-shot foul. And I know Bowling probably just absolutely, it was an accident, tripped up against his defender, but that is one of those things that can extend a lead. Bowling commits his third, and at the line is Andre Bell for 3. You hope if you get a 3-point foul like that it's an opportunity to get one of your best shooters, and Bell connects on the first one. This to put it a 20-point margin, and it is there. Bell is money in the bank from the line, and let's see if he can complete the trifecta. But it is a tough thing for this Fayette Academy team, and he does, all 3 of them. And so far in the game tonight, 7 of 8 from the free throw line for the Knights. 88%. Fayette Academy has only been to the line 3 times and has missed all 3. But they got 2 guys in foul trouble, Bowling with 3 and Paddock on the bench with 4. They got to hurry to get that one in. And he dribbled, you had 3 guys on top of Crook, and he dribbled right on the end line, so give it back. Turnover number 17, give it back to the Knights. They just seem to be very relaxed here on the floor and very, very precision, workmanlike in their offense. Fall away jumper, got the friendly roll. Malachi Chavis for his first 2. And it's back to a 23-point margin. And again, there is a huge man-to-man pressure. The three is short for Crook, and a foul on the backside. And Mona will go over and signal who. It appears it's going to be on Eubanks. That's his first. And we have timeout called by Fayette Academy. They need a rest. It's been all Sacred Heart so far. 61-38 on top of Fayette Academy. Back after this.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Buying a car is all about you. In person, over the phone, or online, we make it simple and easy. Our place or yours, no matter where you live. LonnieCobbFord.com or Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
Knights back on the attack with about 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter of action. They were up at halftime, 44-26, and the foul. And they've continued to dominate, 17-12 edge in this quarter. The foul is charged to Matthew Crook. That'll be his first. That's the 15th foul in this half. There's a steal. And there's Bowling, and he's going to take it all the way down for the layup. Bowling off the turnover. That's the 5th turnover for the Knights, the first time they have coughed up a basket. And again, trying a little bit more intense pressure. Open for the three. No. But a beautiful tip by Malachi Chavis. He tipped that at the height of his jump. 63-40. And they're trying to get it into Eubanks, and he had it knocked away. Eubanks, it was just too slow developing. Fall away three is there for Mormon. That is his 4th three of the contest. He has 15 altogether. And the foul is charged to Andre Bell. That will be his first. That's the 3rd team foul of the half. The Fayette Academy team needs to have one of these 10-2 or 12-4 runs, and it just was off the hands of Crook. You can't make those runs when you can't get the ball inside, and he would have had a pretty good look at the basket. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. Knights have just been totally confident, very, very much in control of this one. And again, the dish off. And they're just taking their time. They've been about 20 seconds on this possession. Gaines loses it, and here goes Crook. They can't get a real transition play going, though. Here's Bowling. Hawkins, who has 6 threes in the game. Nice job on defense from Chavis. Knocked it back in with a little less than 19 seconds left. Checking in is J.H. Anderson, and he is going to relieve Matthew Crook. But this defensive pressure has been intense on the part of Sacred Heart tonight. Bowling. A little floater, it goes through. And so Bowling gets himself 9 in the game, and trying to go all the way through, and it just went beyond the basket was Gaines. And they got to hurry for a long one, and it was off the top of the glass. So it is still a dominant 66-42 lead for Sacred Heart. And they have just dominated here in this third quarter, and we'll be back for the final 8 minutes after this.
Welcome to Mann's Wrecker Service. We offer a wide array of services. We are dedicated towing professionals, experienced in both simple and complicated towing services. We offer light and heavy-duty off-road recovery, auto and heavy-duty towing, load shift and load transfer capabilities, and much more. We are equipped to handle any situation, no matter how big or how small. Call today at 731-424-2173.
Well, Xander Taylor is still the game's leading scorer with 24 points, but I don't think we'll see him back in action tonight. Now, I could be fooled. Yeah, he is. He's back out there again. So he apparently shook off the effects of that little stinger on the ankle, so he's back out there. He still looks to be favoring it a bit, but they kept him out for most of the third quarter. But 24 points, and he's just dominated the action, and that one goes off of the foot of Dawkins, but it appeared to have hit one of the Sacred Heart defenders before it went out of bounds. So the Vikings will play it. Tried to get it. There you go. The give and go. They go into Eubanks. That's the kind of play that they've really looked to try to exploit his height advantage all night. Wide open for the three. The problem is they've just not gotten anybody over on the wing to pick up these three-point shooters for the Knights. Big three. It is there for Dawkins, and that is his 7th three of the game. 21 points. Open for the three is Taylor. In the end, he was robbed. He had that right there. And going from the corner for the three, and it is there. Mormon. Woo, I'm telling you, between those two guys, this has been a field day. 18 for him. And 24, here you go. Down the stretch he goes with the stuff. Malachi Chavis. And again, off the turnover, 19th turnover. Trying for them answer stuff and the foul. You just got to go in if you're a defender. Go in for a hard foul. Eubanks had the advantage, but he will go to the line for two. Justin Gaines and Chavis were both underneath there trying to give Eubanks fits. Short on the first free throw. Eubanks with 10 points. Dawkins, the leader for Fayette Academy, with 21. Got the second of the two. But it's a 23-point deficit. Now they're going to that all-court pressure, but they are leaving guys wide open and open for that three. It is too much on it. Looked as though on that one, Andre Bell ate a few too many Wheaties, but trying on the other side, off to the right it is for A.J. Mormon. Knopf tries to get it, and the iron was unkind. And he scrambles, and it goes on the end line, so give it back to Sacred Heart. Getting a little bit sloppy here in the late going, 71-48, as the Knights have dominated since they got out to the early 16-2 lead, and they have never had any problem since. It's a 2-on-1. Yep, no. Well, Chavis could not get high enough up on that one. That would have exploded this gym. They would have absolutely erupted. Bowling has been picked up by about three defenders and another turnover. And here we go. It's a race. Yes! Justin Gaines off the turnover. In and out. Bowling was robbed, and timeout is called. What an excitement we had on that transition play. And so it's a 25-point margin. Knights are in full control, and we'd like for you to be in full control by watching this.
27 years ago, a vision became a reality, and Snookum Steakhouse officially opened. We cut our steak.
Well, it appears we had a technical foul called, so at the line for two, A.J. Mormon. I was sending us to a break, and AJ was going to the line because it looked as though they had signaled timeout. So you can chalk that one up on me. And so Sacred Heart will maintain possession after the free throws. From the corner, flat-footed three, but it's there. Trey Truel has hit double figures now with 12. But you just look at how many threes this team has connected with, and Bowling just didn't have he didn't have control of the ball when he went up for the layup. But Eubanks will go back to the line for a couple. Truel commits his second. Eubanks with 11. And apparently they say it was not in the process of shooting, so it is not going to be at the line. They got to bring it in, and it is Dawkins, pardon me, and he connects. That's his 8th three. But back down at the other end, nobody was there to pick up Trey Truel. So you get the three, but you give up the two at the opposite end primarily because nobody's back on defense. Floater not there for Bowling, and the rebound comes off for Andre Bell. Bell may try to take this all himself instead to the corner. And it didn't get the Plinko drop that you like to see from the Price is Right. Bowling will not catch up with that one. He did, but it went off of the knee of J.H. Anderson. Well, definitely the Knights are going to top 80 in this one. They led 66-42 at the end of the third quarter. It's been a 13-9 run here in the final 8 minutes. And a jumper. That bank was just a bit too hard. But the offensive board and the three is there for Chavis. He has 9. In the game tonight, that is, I'm trying to do my tally here, 16 three-pointers for Sacred Heart. Going all the way through, and the foul. Eubanks finally is getting some exertion underneath the basket. Truel commits his third, but I don't think there's any real concern about his number of fouls with a 29-point lead. And Eubanks, he's had himself a fine second half. He now has 14, and nice job of knocking it away, but the follow shot is there after the miss by Chavis, and it's Justin Gaines. So the lead is the largest yet at 30. J.H. Anderson with a stop and pop and connects. That's his first two. I think the only difference we're going to find out in this game is just how much, and a big three is there. Bren McKenzie, who's just into the game. And you can hear this place erupt. Layup on the backside is not there. This is going to be another race. And it just hung up on the lip. This is going to be an easy one. No! Well, it looked as though Truel had a free ticket on the inside, and Eubanks was fouled trying to get the stuff, and he'll go to the line for two. Well, there were about 3 golden opportunities for the Knights at the opposite end, and just somehow they couldn't navigate the layups. McKenzie commits his first, and Eubanks has it go off to the right. In the game tonight with 14. Give him 15. And checking in is Wyatt Morris for Fayette Academy. And that might be all tonight for Eubanks. He leaves with 15, and they're going to get a lot of reserves in here for the remainder of the game. From the corner, the high arcing three is there. That was a heat-seeking missile, and they've hit 90. Trying an answer shot, not there on the corner for Jay Brady Orr. On the inside, goes off the foot of Malachi Chavis. He had the advantage, but he looked up and the ball was on his foot, not in his hand. As we approach 3 minutes remaining. Knights are going to go 8-1 on this young season and get their first region victory. And Dawkins, just too much on that. He had a hand in his face. Backside, there you go. Curl hook goes in for Justin Gaines. He hits double figures. 92-57. Well, the court has burned up tonight on David B. Hunt Court for these Knights. On the inside, and the foul on the drive-in is going to send Miles Dawkins to the line, and this will be his attempt for the first time to get anything other than a three. McKenzie commits his second. Just a little bit too much on it for Dawkins. But 24 points in the game tonight for him with his 8 3-pointers. He connected on it. And great dribble penetration. And 2 opportunities at it. Now going for that flat-footed three, and again, no go. A 4th opportunity, and there you go, McKenzie with 8. Less than 2 to go, 94-58. And stolen. And here they go in transition. It's a 4-on-2. Yes! Malachi Chavis. And Bedlam is breaking out at Sacred Heart. They have put some smiles on faces, just like the University of Georgia did on mine last night. Almost a steal, and it was knocked away but recovered with 87 seconds remaining. Jay Brady Orr trying to see if he can get somebody open. Almost stolen. And no call. And remember, there's no shot clock, so they can hold this as long as they want. I think they do not want Sacred Heart to end up with 100. It is Dawkins. Got the short one. 27 points. He is the game leader. And the jumper is there for Justin Gaines to give him 12, and timeout is called, and I think the entire bench is going to be emptied. 98-60, and let's take this break. We'll be right back.
27 years ago, a vision became a reality and Snookum Steakhouse officially opened. We cut our steaks in-house and our ribeyes are full of flavor. The steak trimmings are used to make our certified Angus beef steak burgers, so when you order at Snookum's, you are getting high quality. Enjoy our salad bar and mini dessert. Also try our famous family recipe, the Pink Lush Fruit Salad. Come visit Snookum Steakhouse in Henderson, Tennessee. We are open evenings Tuesday through Saturday but closed Sunday and Monday. Snookum Steakhouse, come taste the difference.
I think the only question that remains as the bench has been emptied for Sacred Heart, the only thing that remains to be seen is if they will get that magic century mark and get 100. They got all the youngsters in here right now. Let's see how they handle Fayette Academy that's emptied its bench. 43 seconds remaining. Jay Brady Orr trying to lead it, and it goes off his foot. So Sacred Heart has the opportunity with 30, and they're going to run the clock. They have the opportunity to be able to nail this one home as a 100. That one's way high. Yes! DJ Johnson! That one looked as though it was in the stratosphere. 101-60. That one looked like it was just that. I would love to see that shot in slow motion. And they basically give the free ticket to Jay Brady Orr for his first basket. And look at how they are surrounding DJ Johnson. I don't know that I have ever in my career, and I've been calling basketball games for nearly 50 years, I don't know that I've ever seen one go that high on an arc, but it was straight through the strings. 101 to 62, and how about this? 35 points in the fourth quarter. Let's take this 1-minute break, and we'll be right back to wrap things up.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's body shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
Men, there's a new salon in Jackson, Race Clips, on South Highland, next door to Roland Safety and Supply. Whether it's a quick trim or a new look, Race Clips stylists can transform you to perfection. At Race Clips, you'll find all the products to keep you looking your best. Active duty military, veterans, and law enforcement officers receive a discount. Open Monday through Friday from 9 to 6, 9 to 3 on Saturday. Race Clips on South Highland, Jackson. Go to race-clips.com.
Well, I don't know if I've ever seen in a game that was long since decided, probably decided in the first quarter, I don't know if I've ever seen one that had more of an eruption than when DJ Johnson got that final three to give the 101 total for the Knights tonight. It was a tremendous night for the Knights. Let me run down the scoring very briefly before we try to wrap it up and get you out of here. And trying to do one little quick tabulation. For Fayette Academy, it was Miles Dawkins who had 8 3-pointers. He had nothing in the first quarter, but he was red hot in the second quarter. Ended up with 27 points on the night to actually be the game's leader. Ryan Eubanks, 15 points and 6 rebounds on the night. They could not get him exploited with the height advantage that he had over these Fayette Academy players and also over the Sacred Heart players, and they could not get him in a situation that he wasn't double-teamed most of the evening. So he came in with a strong second half with 11 points. Over for the Sacred Heart Knights, and this was a night with 5 guys in double figures. Xander Taylor with 24 points. I honestly believe that if he had not had to go out in the third quarter with an ankle injury, he might have had 35. He was just all over the floor tonight and had an outstanding job with threes. He had 7 3-pointers, pardon me. Trey Truell with 14 on the night. He had a couple of 3-pointers. 20 points for A.J. Mormon. He picked up 5 3-pointers. A tremendous job on his part during the course. And Justin Gaines with 12. All of his were inside the paint. And then Malachi Chavis with 11 points. Brent McKenzie had 8. He had 2 3-pointers. Andre Bell with 8. And so that's the way. But Jake Cale and DJ Johnson with that big 3 close to the end with 3. Again, one of the big stories in the game was 24 turnovers on the part of Fayette Academy, and the Knights converted that into 27 points, and their margin of victory was 39. Just a tremendous effort all the way across the board. And it's hard to pick one guy, but we'll say our player of the game would be Xander Taylor because it was really his strong effort both on defense and from outside on offense. He doesn't have a jumper. He has a flat-footed 3-point shot, but did a tremendous job with 24 points, and we are giving him our player of the game award tonight. So that about wraps it up for here. Your final score tonight. 101 to 62 as Sacred Heart dominates Fayette Academy to go 8-1 on the season. And so for our entire fantastic crew from Worthy Road Studios that have brought this to you tonight, including our executive producer, Paul Schultze, I'm Steve Beverly saying so long from the great hub city of West Tennessee.